Welcome to World Cinema Reviews. This is your host Frank the Vamp, and I'm trying something a little different. So I'm doing a video in here in the dark, making it feel a little bit more scary. Trying it on for size, see how it goes. Anyhow, this is one of my series that I don't do very much, which is defending the movie, which is where I talk about movies that are very not well liked or very unknown. uh, and I think personally that they're good films that just they didn't even get a wide release, or perhaps they slip under the radar, or they were just misunderstood for its time. One of the films that really made an impact on me was the film called Strangeland. And Strangeland was back on 1998. It was written and starring by Dee Snider, directed by John Piplau, and it was a really cool movie about a serial killer that was very unusual with his killing methods. That rather than using a knife, a gun, or whatever have you type of weapon, the weapon he used to kill his victim was pretty much scaring them to death by doing acts of torture and pain beyond thresholds, which it's because the Schneider character, Captain Howdy, which by the way, it's a big, we all know, all horror fans know there's a big throwback to, to The Exorcist, that's how he nicknamed himself in the internet, catching unsuspecting girls. But his way was just he was really the Schneider character, Captain Howdy, was really into body modification, like branding, extreme piercings and tattoos in places that really make you go ouch, and done with needles that are beyond large, which will, if not done by a professional, can cause severe injuries and mutilation to genitals and soft body parts. So it's a really hardcore extreme film. I like you guys to see if you guys can see the. There you go. There's the Strange Land. I don't know how good it captures here. I really like that movie poster there with the girl with her mouth completely so shot, and it's and I'm gonna graphically see if I can get you a picture of Schneider here. He just looks terrifying, man. And that's the thing about it, is that this is how Schneider looks here. Look at that. That's a face only a mother can love. That's a really hardcore dude. Schneider really, I mean, put his heart and soul to this performance, and it did paid off. The movie's plot goes like this. Basically, this killer Captain Howdy, he gets girls in the internet by pretending to be this cool dude that just wants to hang out with girls. Puts fake pictures of himself and stuff like that, making him think that he's just this surfer dude or skater dude. Just does harmless stuff, or he's to smoking weed and hanging out and doing all these things that attract young girls. Making it seem like he's just very approachable. Once he gets his girls, alone, he kidnaps them and then starts performing extreme piercings on the, nipples, genitals, and septum. Just that's like incredible, painful, and terrifying, and until the girls' hearts just give out and they have heart attacks. He just dumps the bodies afterwards. But Captain Howdy kind of makes a mistake of kidnapping a cop's girls, which is, that's the other star of the movie, Kevin Gage there. and his character, he's a cop and tries to find them, and I'm not going to spoil much of the movie, but I'm gonna try to keep it now. But it's he does a great job being this tenacious cop that he's kind of doing anything to capture him. And then the other great thing about it is that we also have performances that are pretty solid. One great one that not a lot of people know about, or it kind of slips by, is Robert Englund. That he kind of acts like this guy who who's he basically, he's the father of one of the girls who got murdered, and he wants justice, and he pretty much just wants vigilante justice. He wants to just kill this killer by his own hands. And I'm just gonna leave it like this. I'm just gonna set it up for you, and I'm gonna spoil anything, because this film is worth watching. The performance, you know Dee Snider is so good that he kind of resembles Buffalo Bill from the Silence of the Lamb movies. I mean, the detective work is great. The mystery is not. It kind of takes a twist, and it's, of course, it's not that type of mystery, but it's so hardcore, and some of the images and the things that are known are just, if you're into hardcore horror, you will love it. But if you're not, if you're a little squeamish, you may have to stay away from this one. But it's a great choice. It's a great midnight watch. I would give this movie any day a solid B to B plus. Especially if you're into hardcore horror, you will really like it. And that's all I have to say for this one. I want to invite you to watch it. If you've seen it before, go ahead and comment. See if you liked it or not. Just give us your comments, and please subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos, and watch Strangeland. You won't regret it, unless you're squeamish and then you can't sleep. Don't blame me for nightmares, dude. You did it to yourself. Peace out, bros and gals.